When Prometheus was little, we used to do art work, and we would study different artists of different time periods, and then we would do or try and do that art. There was also this program at a local library, or a library in the system that we used to live in, and they always had a Leonardo's art class. I think it was about once a month. I'm not sure, I don't remember. Anyways, he met a lot of friends there. It was awesome. And a lot of it was repetitious, but he kind of went because he liked the lady that did the program. And then met one of his really close friends there. His name was David, and his mom didn't homeschool, but they were Christian, so that was good enough for us. Anyway, and then Prometheus also made some stencils. He's going to draw the other ones, but if you can recognize what that is and what that one is, it's going to go in one of my rooms. I don't want to repaint it, so I'm going to use these stencils and use a different color to kind of tone down the color I used in my laundry room, because I love my laundry room. It's very, very vibrant, but I don't think it would appeal to everybody else. So we fill it up to the max line, and then we have this oil, and then we have this oil, and both smell really, really good. We were using this one straight away when we came home for a couple of weeks, I think, and I think I'm going to use this today. We've used this a couple of times as well. It just smells so nice. There are two modes to this. The first on, which has the lights, which I really like, and then you can usually tell once it gets going the little steam, and then a second mode that is on but no lights. And you may have seen my paint stick in the back. I need to get one of those edge painters in order to paint the edge of this, because I do not have a ladder that is long enough for me to paint the top. I thought the ladder would be tall enough for me to seal the rocks all the way up there. No, I was able to vacuum and I was able to brush clean them, sorta, kinda, but not quite seal them all. So I just sealed this bottom section. You can't really tell. Maybe you can tell. I don't know. If I had a before and after picture, maybe you would be able to tell. We live here and it's hard for us to tell. I can tell with certain rocks. So for instance, that really shiny rock right there, I can tell that that was sealed, but the other ones don't look like anything happened, most of them. That one right there looks like it was sealed. And I need to clean, just noticed I need to clean those doors. Anyways, well, I need to go take care of the chickens. And just thinking, just in case y'all were nosy and wanted to know the inside of my cabinet. Oh. And this is my messy section, because we have a whole bunch of tea bags. We don't do tea bags. We do by the pound, baby. We use Earl Grey. This is my tea cozy cover. Maybe we'll use that this Jane Austen July, which is just next month. But this is my hot mess side. And then a whole bunch of supplements that I don't take because they don't work. Well, that was a waste of money. And yeah, our mess, or just in case you were nosy. And then we've got our drawers in this section. And then again, our supplement drawer that we don't use. I used this year. I think they're expired, but they worked. And then occasionally the activated charcoal. And this hasn't even been opened, but I'm sure it's expired. So again, I don't buy supplements anymore because they don't work. My mother used to be a big proponent of supplements. And then we've got our little bag collection here for cleaning up the kitty litter. Oh. And then spare water, because our water often goes out. And if we ever need, if we're on a boil thingy. Anyway, I'll be right back. I am so pleased that Prometheus, sorry about the lights, turn the lights out on us, that Prometheus put away his laundry, and I don't even think I mentioned it yesterday. Oh, I might have while I was on the treadmill. I took that back. I might have hey, can you put that away, please? So he probably took it up to his room and then didn't do anything with it. Because, guys, I pick my battles. I used to be super anal about being super, super clean, and I just don't do that anymore. So, since I only have 2 chickens, and they tend not to like this chicken feed. I got the cheap stuff since I only have 2 chickens, and they are not happy. And I'm going to go down to the mulberry tree. I think it's a mulberry tree. I'm not exactly sure. Lots of berries, though. And my girls love the berries. So I try not to give them too many at once because, I don't want them to flush down the back end. Let's see. So they're usually, I just got dropped on. I didn't bring a jacket. So I don't know if y'all can see that there are a bunch of berries on the ground. Of course, I want them to free range and get the berries themselves. Okay, we had a really big rainstorm last night. And so, let me see. This isn't coming off. There we go. Really big rainstorm last night. So a bunch of the berries probably fell. Need to watch out. There's a spider web right here. I don't want to put my face in it. Oh, there are a couple of spider webs. Isn't that just dandy? I really do prefer getting the ones from the trees and not the ground. It's amazing how they act like they've never been fed. Wow, there are so many spider webs. I have a feeling I'm going to walk into one. So it is super foggy this morning. It is so beautiful. I think I'm almost done. As soon as I get enough in my hands where I can't hold them anymore. My goodness, there's a whole bunch right here. Then I will call that good. Sometimes when I go to grab them, they fall, or they fall out of my hands. Okay, I think this is going to be good. I'm really surprised that there are still so many. I'm leaning sideways because of spider webs. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Oh, and there's a bird chirping at me. Good morning, little birdie. Oh, I'm going to get away from the trees because of the spider webs. I see them, thankfully, because there's so much moisture out in the air. I don't know if you can see all the foggy fog. Prometheus says the scientific name for the foggy fog. But we've been saying, his dad and I have been saying foggy fog since he was 3. And then I started homeschooling him when he was 4 because of an issue that came up at his private school, because we had him in a private school for pre-K Montessori, and it was regarding food allergies, but the approved list of foods was absolutely ridiculous and horrifying at the amount of junk food that they allowed, and also came from factories that had peanut contamination. You see where I'm going with this. And basically what happened was that family donated a whole bunch of money to get the restriction for the entire floor. So if Prometheus ate a granola bar on the way to school, he would have to brush his teeth and wash his hands on another floor before going to his classroom. So we took our concern to the dean. The dean said, I'll look into it and call you back, which is code for, let me call my lawyer and see where we stand. And the next day he said, come get your tuition money and you have a week to get Prometheus out of the school. And we said, okay. And went to the bank with the check, literally, and never looked back. And there we go. Oh, hang on. Okay, that was my husband calling. So of course I had to get off the phone. There is, hang on, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to record this, but I almost walked into a spider web and I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it. Oh, interesting. There are 2 spiders on it. So you see that dot. That's the spider in the middle. And then, where'd the other spider go? Ah, it disappeared. Oh, that's weird. Okay, well, anyways. And during this time when I take care of the chickens, I pray, because I much prefer praying outside than I do inside. Kind of like that guy, the father. I don't remember the father on the Walters, that's hilarious. On the Waltons Family TV show. I was never allowed to watch it on TV. So when I got older, I got the videos, the DVDs, so Prometheus and I can watch it. And the dad believed in God, but he never went to church, or rarely went to church. And I think I understand why. We're supposed to fellowship together, but the church is not a church building. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go in the house, gotta do more of my morning routine. And Sadie doesn't seem interested in a walk this morning. I don't know why. And we will talk to you later. She got excited because of the bucket. Say good morning, Sadie. Good morning. We are making tacos for lunch today. Super excited because tacos! And we just did a video of how we say words, and my dad, because we grew up in San Diego, and what?
Is it still recording?
Yeah,
okay.
Why?
I heard dings and buttons and
dials. Okay, weird stuff. Anyway, so because we grew up in San Diego, a lot of the culture is Hispanic, and we had a lot of Hispanic friends, and my dad would joke around and say tacos. Now, not because he was being, rude or inconsiderate, but because some people didn't know how to say tacos, and they would see it on the menu, and so he would laugh when he was, heard people saying different words like tortilla instead of tortilla. And what was another one? Not enchilada. There was another one, chimichanga or chimichanga, or what was the word? I'm forgetting now. Anyway, so we absolutely love Mexican food, and when I was quite young, I was in a Mexican family. And the only thing I wouldn't eat was that pig stuff. What's that called?
Pigs in a blanket?
No, pigs in a blanket is American, I think, but it's definitely not. Oh, you know what? Is it French? Maybe French. I don't know, but, okay. What in the world? I'm trying to think. You guys, you know what it is. You know what I'm trying to say, right? It's that pig stuff. Menudo. Oh, I would never eat that. Anyway. So we are making some lime rice, not homemade this time, unfortunately. We are not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. And excuse me, I am grilling some chicken, and I put devil's spit on it. We call it devil's tears. Let me just pull that out right now because, we absolutely love this. We are not sponsored in any way. And just some cheapo tortillas, or as my dad would say, tortillas, because he's funny like that. And anyway, oh, do you guys like our new trash can? So I'm not going to open it because it's full of trash, and I know y'all don't want to see that, but I cannot take that sticker off. And I don't want to try to take the sticker off and have it look nasty. So it remains. If you guys have any recommendations on how I can remove that without damaging the trash can, or I don't know. If you guys have recommendations, let me know. So Prometheus is doing the tomatoes, and the lettuce, and we have lime and street sauce. Hang on a minute. Okay, so we have our cilantro lime rice. Is it cilantro
It's
lime rice?
cilantro and lime, yeah.
Our grilled chicken, and our cilantro, and our light lettuce, our tomatoes. We're gonna put lime in it, and I'm gonna have one taco with the green salsa and one taco with the cilantro lime. And we are going to top it off with some healthy avocado. Delicious. All right, this is the last of my drawer and cabinet pulls for the library, and I am spray painting them, and this will be the second coat. I will let them dry, I will bring them in, and we will put them back on. And I'd love to say that this is the end of what all I have to do for the library, but no, not even close. Sadie's trying to get a chicha. And if you're wondering what a chicha is, it's chipmunk. How old were you when you said chicha? 2.5?
Yeah.
3?
I'm gonna get the firebomb.
Okay. Sadie, is it not playing fair? That chipmunk is cheating. Went underneath the driveway. We need to get the driveway resurfaced. And I had this grand scheme of thinking, oh, we could totally do it ourselves. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be possible, but I mean, so we firebomb insects because Prometheus is highly adverse to using poison. Huh, Prometheus.
It's a waste of money. It doesn't kill them.
Ah. Can
My
you
ever so humble opinion.
go put some more rubbing alcohol in that?
Oh, you know you don't. Get back.
Come prepared. Sadie, is it still hiding in there? The chicha? Oh my goodness, this was not what we had planned, but I saw the chipmunk and it was being very bold. I guess it didn't realize I saw it. And then Sadie saw it, and I know my cats have been trying to get it for a while. And actually, I think there's more than one because I see them on my back porch. There's a hydrangea. Do you guys say hydrangea, or do you guys say hydrangea, or drangia, or I don't know, hydrangea? My mother-in-law was from Manchester, England, and she said words differently. And Prometheus and I will have a video coming up about, or it may have already been posted, about how people say words differently. And I don't think she said tomato, which I think is British. I think she said tomato. But she would say advertisement. She would say advertisement. She would say basil. I don't think she said oregano like Jamie Oliver, which I always thought was funny. So I love vernacular. But as one of our viewers, hi, hello, had mentioned, he was getting hate comments, stupid comments on his London videos, which is stupid. What stupid comments on stupid comments that were stupid. Anyways, just rude. about, you said this word wrong or what have you,
There we
or what?
So there we go.
Which I love vernacular, and I love that we all say words differently. If you understand what the person is saying, I don't see where the problem is. But if you're going to be a snob about it, then that's when I have issue. Can you get those ants right there?
Where?
There's a whole bunch of ants up against the
Oh yeah.
garage. Thank you. There's this new channel that I found on YouTube who's in England, and she does a bunch of different words, and if you pronounce them a certain way, you're either common or posh, which is really hilarious. And she will give other similar words explaining why a word is pronounced a certain way. It's amazing. If I can find her channel, because like I said, I just found it the other day. So if I see her channel, I'll look in my history or something and then link it below. And if I forget to link it below, please remind me so that I can look it up and link it below. Anyway, one of the words is OFTEN, and I know here in America a lot of people pronounce the T, but I was raised that you do not pronounce the T. The T is silent. So there you go. But I don't berate people because they mispronounce it. Anyway, okay, I'm going to pause. I was watching a video this morning, and I think the title of the channel is Courtney Reed's. I'll link her information down below, and she was talking about genres.
Stay! Come!
Oh, you sound so mean. Oh, you sound so mean. Okay, so we didn't get the chipmunk. And then we got distracted by killing ants because we live in the country and ants. Anyway, as I was saying, Courtney Reed, you okay? Oh, there's one. You gonna kill it? Courtney Reed was talking about genres, and she found it interesting that people consider classics a genre, but there are a lot of different types of classics.
Considering the fact that there's a classic written in 1720 about the future in the year 2000 something or other, 2500, which is technically sci-fi.
Oh, interesting.
Jules Verne, which is also technically a classic, which is also technically sci-fi, but it's also lumped in with things like Huckleberry Finn, which is like their equivalent of Young Teen.
Okay, so legit, I mean, it's a very fascinating topic, but for me, it's a genre and then there are subgenres. So it's a category and then there are categories within that category. So you have history, but then you have subgenres in history.
Yeah.
And so for me, I know there are people who will categorize or color code rather, their books on their bookshelves, but I can't do that. So I will have all of my classics together regardless of their subgenre, but all of the authors together. So for instance, all of my Trollops are together, all of my Hardys are together, all of my Brontes are together. And so I just thought it was a fascinating topic. So I was interested in what other readers do with their books. Do you put them in genre and then subgenre? I do not. So for instance, our history, I mean, do you try to do your history? Your bookshelves are a mess right now, aren't they?
Kinda, yeah.
Would you like to have them organized by subgenre?
Technically, yes, just because I don't have too many of complete books.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I have every McCullough book.
Right.
I don't have large collections of a single author, so I would prefer to have them organized by preferably subgenre of World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea. The 50s would be chucked in with Korea. Earlier wars, the 1800s. So as close to subgenres as possible. But obviously there are limits to that.
Yeah, when I was trying to organize H.W. Brand books together, that's a new to me author,
I've only read Team of Rivals, but I have a few other of the books, and I was trying to keep, I'm trying to think who the person was. I was trying to keep them in order by the Civil War, but then one of the books was getting in the way, and I don't remember what that book was on. I'll have to find it on my shelf. And so that can be frustrating.
Yeah.
You can get, okay, for instance, trying to think of the gentleman's name, Harlow Giles Unger. He wrote James Quincy Adams, which I absolutely loved. What? Did I say James? Sorry, John Quincy Adams. But he also wrote a book on Lafayette. But John Quincy Adams comes after Lafayette.
Only barely.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Anyway. It's a little warmer than usual today. Look at that long tongue hanging out of her. She says, I'm good. I got to chase the chicha. Okay, so what is this?
This is a brush axe,
And
I like it.
I
specifically got this to deal with the brambles,
yes.
which I have issues with, because brambles, if one is not familiar with, we have some up here.
Okay.
Let us go.
Let us go.
Hey!
We have a plethora of brambles. We have a never-ending supply of brambles. I'm not walking into the weeds with flip-flops. Okay, go ahead. I'll follow you. I think we're safe in this section. Are you going all the way up near the back garden?
Yeah.
I can't go up there.
Why not?
I don't have my boots on.
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine, but I might end up with red, swollen, itchy boils on my toes like his. I know you're laughing.
Stay a few feet away. I'll let you know when I find one.
Okay, so
That's poison ivy right there.
what? Where?
Right there. I think that's poison ivy. I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't even see that.
Well, that's why you have me to see it. Probably.
Tiptoe through the tulips and try not to step on poison ivy. Yikes.
Don't step past this line.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah. I'm good right here. Okay.
All right.
So,
The jungle.
yes, the jungle.
Now, we have had 3 previous things to deal with this particular issue. The machete, which is the general purpose tool. It's good for most things, but the problem is that the blade is a little too close to the handle, which means you get thorns in your fingers.
He doesn't wear gloves.
Even with the gloves, they go through the gloves.
Oh, okay.
It sucks. Very annoying. And they get into your arms and your face.
I know, that's why I request for you to take these down, because when I mow, they attack me.
Yeah.
And then I end up mowing sideways.
And then the next thing is an axe, which is ineffectual.
No,
Blade's too small.
not at all.
It
Those
doesn't-
are for trees.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Tried. And then the scythe, which has a nice wide blade
There's a bug on me. Hang on. Okay.
and has a longer-ish handle, but it's a little cumbersome. Scythes were designed to be used parallel to the ground, not perpendicular,
Right.
which means you tend to get close to it anyway, and you get thorns in your fingers. This is the closest difference between a machete, an axe, and a scythe.
He made the handle.
Yes. Made the handle. Need to make a new one. Had to replace the bolt on it because it was an old square bolt from I don't know when, because I don't think square bolts are commonly made and anything except torsion springs on garage doors. But the point is that now we can get to the brambles without actually being within range of the brambles. It also can handle some small trees.
What a mess. We have our work cut out for us. This is spring in southern Kentucky. Be careful, because you know that there are poison ivy strings. You can take down the trees too, babe. Thank you.
Stuff that's under about an inch or an inch. Really good for that stuff.
So how is it compared to the machete when you're trying to get the vines and things like that? Because
For the vines, I'd probably say the machete is better
okay,
to a certain.
but you don't have to worry about getting stabbed.
Yeah, because the vines grow up on this bramble stuff, which then brings it down, which then grows into more dense stuff, which then grows up and then grows more vines. So it forms a dense group of vines and thistles, and it's unpleasant.
Yeah. So some of this I can pull with my hands, but I have to be careful that there aren't any poison ivy amongst the vines. So I usually grab, have gloves on. Oh, can you, seriously, oh, there she is. Can you whack that down too?
And this is one of the benefits of this. You can hook it and get a good purchase on it and just
Wow,
pull that out.
that's amazing. So you're not really hacking, you're just swiping, but
Yeah.
look at that big swamp weed. Wow. Is that poison sumac right there?
I don't know.
Okay, can you get that one for me, please? Thanks, babe. So
I can get parts of it.
one of these things does not belong. Good thing you can get a purchase on it and just swipe it. I guess I'll have to come in with my garden shears, my small handheld garden shears.
Yeah,
Okay, no
that
worries.
hurts. That hurts in there pretty good.
Okay, so we need to work
Oh,
on the